will never not be a soldier.
Colin Powell, a soldier turned statesman, made history on many fronts. The first African-American and youngest chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and later, the first African-American Secretary of State.
So I've always felt strongly that you should try to solve conflicts in this world through negotiations, through diplomacy. Anytime we can solve a problem that way.
All right, we are learning some news from our producers in our ear right now, some sad news. Colin Powell, four-star general, Secretary of State, first African-American Secretary of State, has died of COVID. That is what Reuters is reporting this morning.
Colin Powell, 84 years old. As I said, we have this sense that news is breaking almost as we speak, and there you have it. Colin Powell passed away from COVID.
That's what we understand, and this is just a couple of weeks after we lost General Odierno at the age of 65 to cancer, and then Colin Powell was weighing in on that, and then we find out that this man who many people thought was going to be running for president at some point, and the report was his wife really didn't want him to do that, but was the Secretary of State under George W. Bush, came into prominence under the Reagan administration, and of course the Persian Gulf War, famous with the Secretary of Defense at the time, Dick Cheney, and Colin Powell leading that charge, devising that strategy, coming up with that battle plan, and then becoming later years a best-selling author. Yeah,
it's just so terribly sad news to report this morning because he was so influential and served our country, four-star general. COVID is just a whammy. It is a virus that has taken the lives of so many amazing people. It's just sad to report.
And of course, those are the reports right now that was the cause of death for Colin Powell. Of course, that will take some time to confirm and understand exactly how that played out. He was in the age demographic of the most vulnerable out there from that disease. But yeah, very, very sad. Prominent figure, to your point, Brian, for the past, I don't know, 3 decades here in the United States of America. One whose star at one time, as you mentioned, looked unlimited. Could have been leading this country from the highest of offices.
Became very critical of his party in later years and said, you know, I did vote for Barack Obama twice, very critical of President Trump. And also, he is somebody that was within the George W. Bush administration, constantly locking heads with Secretary of State Rumsfeld, Secretary of Defense Rumsfeld. And I remember his comment after President George W. Bush decided to make a change to go Condoleezza Rice, Secretary of State. Essentially, Colin Powell was upset that you left Rumsfeld in place. Why would why would I have to go if Rumsfeld's going to go?
According to some information online, he was born in New York City in 1937. He was raised in the Bronx, and his parents actually immigrated here from Jamaica. He went to public schools. He graduated from the City College of New York, earned a bachelor's degree in geology, and then he participated in the ROTC program, which led to becoming a four-star general. He was awarded so many different awards: Defense Distinguished Service Medal 4 times, the Army Distinguished Service Medal twice, Navy Distinguished Service Medal, the Air Force Distinguished Service Medal, the Coast Guard, the same award, the Defense Superior Service Medal, and the list goes on and on.
First African-American Secretary of State.
Yeah, they listed, in terms of somebody who designed the Operation Desert Storm, he was listed as one of them. During his time, they say he oversaw 28 crises, including the invasion of Panama in 1989. He formulated the Powell Doctrine, which limits American military action unless it satisfies criteria regarding American national security interests. And of course, the Persian Gulf War, when they invade Kuwait, when the Iraqis invaded Kuwait, we pushed them back, and we didn't go for to eliminate Saddam Hussein. That was controversial at the time with Bush 41 in charge. But that evidently was a decision Colin Powell had made and emphasized. But I think he had the respect of just about everyone that he came in contact with, and somebody who came into his own as an officer in the Vietnam era.
It says he married Alma Johnson in 1962. Their son, Michael Powell, was the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, from 2001 to 2005. His daughters are Linda Powell, who's an actress, and Anne Marie Powell. And as a hobby, it says that he restored old Volvos and Saab cars. And he, let's see,
And there he is giving his speech, laying out the case to the United Nations about the need to go into Iraq.
It's always important, Ainsley, as you're doing, to remember this is a human being who has a family as well, not just a public figure. The family, by the way, has posted onto Facebook where they revealed that Colin Powell was fully vaccinated and was treated at Walter Reed, where they're appreciative of that treatment. Here's what the family posted on Facebook. Now we can give it to you in their own words. General Colin Powell, former U.S. Secretary of State and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, passed away this morning due to complications from COVID-19. He was fully vaccinated. We want to thank the medical staff at Walter Reed National Medical Center for their caring treatment. We have lost a remarkable and loving husband, father, grandfather, and a great American. That is signed from the Powell family.
People.